Hi guys! Well, I have some positive thoughts to share with you all because I've been digging into a ton of personal development. And the best book that I have been reading lately, I'm going to share some pointers with you guys, and I'm literally only in the first chapter, I think, first or second chapter. But this is actually the fourth or fifth time that I have read this book, and it's called The Millionaire Mindset by T. Harv Eker, I think. And I've probably talked about this book more than any book in my team page so far, but I wanted to just share some tips with you guys and some thoughts that I had. So in this book, he talks about having a millionaire mindset and basically setting the structure up in your head more than anything physically that you will do first. So you have to tell yourself in your head that you will be a millionaire. And even beyond that, you guys, and I just want to say this one tip that really, really sets the entire bar for this whole topic. Think about this. If you guys have a spouse or a family member or a child in your life, and that child is, let's say it's not important. Let's say you don't feel like your spouse is important. How long is that spouse going to stick around? How long are those friends going to stick around if you feel like they are not important and you treat them like they're unimportant? Well, the same exact thing is going to happen with your money, with your business, and with your income. So is money important to you? It should be. It's literally the second next most important thing up next to breathing because everything runs on money nowadays. You can't even eat unless you have money, unless you are basically starting out your own garden and you have to buy the stuff for your garden. Money makes the world go round. However, it doesn't make you good or bad. It just magnifies who you are, what you're able to do with it. So it should be a really important factor in your life. So make it important to yourself. Hi, Laura. Hi, Christine. Hi, guys. So I want you guys to think about this. If you guys are treating your business and the money that you're earning as an important factor in your life, it's going to stick around more. It's going to actually start paying you more. In this book, he talks about one of his guys who went to one of his seminars, and he was like, hey, I'm doing pretty good. I'm making about $500,000 a year, and I'm well, and I don't think it's that important to really set the bar higher. And he was like, you're doing pretty good at $500,000. Okay, well, why aren't you saying I'm doing pretty good at $2 million a year? And he asked him, why don't you set the bar for making $2 million a year? That guy came back to another seminar and he's like, I'm coming back to your seminar to do it over again because after I left your last one, I told myself $2 million a year was the bar that I was going to set it at and that's what I was going to earn. And he said, now I've already hit that and I feel like I made a mistake because I should have set the bar higher. So what was your 2016? If you guys have just started with us, 2017, 2018, however long you guys have been in this business or whatever you're doing in your current job, whatever you guys are doing financially, maybe your husband's the bread maker, maybe you're the bread maker. You guys have to start mentally preparing yourself to tell yourself that you are worth more and going to earn more because the minute you start thinking that, it's going to start becoming a reality because it's going to start implementing into your actions, which will create habits. And you guys, habits, they say it takes 21 days to build a habit. That's completely false. In this type of business, it takes about, I think it was like 58 days or something like, actually, no, I'm sorry. It was 88 days. I think someone said statistically it took about 88 days, which is about 90 days, which equals out to what we talk about, which is, thank you, Lindsay. I did my makeup today. I've been sick like all month last month, so I've decided I'm working out, taking care of myself, and I'm going to be start to read personal development every single day as I work out. So, anyway, what was I talking about? You guys made me have a squirrel moment. But, yeah, so if you guys are mentally telling yourselves that you are worth more, whatever you guys have made in the past, whatever you guys have thought about as a child growing up, here lately in the past couple of years, whatever you guys have taught yourself growing up, if you guys don't feel like you're worthy of making the kind of money, like $1 million, you guys, millions of dollars, if you guys don't feel like you're worthy enough to make that, and if you guys don't set the bar for yourself to do that, you'll never get it. Ever. This stuff doesn't just fall in people's lap unless you are literally going out to scratch lottery tickets or sit in front of the TV hoping that they're going to call your number. That doesn't happen, okay? In this, you got to build yourself to become a millionaire, which starts with your mind. It starts with your head, what you're telling yourself every single day, nonstop. You have to be telling yourself you are worthy of this kind of income. So set the bar really, really high for 2019. You guys are capable of doing so much more than you ever thought. The year that we did the $1 Million Club, I never thought that that would happen. Although I thought it would happen, but I didn't think it would happen so soon. I should correct my words. I knew I would be $1 million earner in this company, but I didn't think it would happen as fast as it did. And I just set the bar really, really high for myself. And after I did that, you guys, I read that book and I decided, you know what, $5 million. I want to earn $5 million. And I just told Josh today, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to go back, reread this book and set the bar for $10 million. I want to make an additional $5 million just this year alone. So that way I can say I made $10 million in 5 years. So that's my goal. I upped it, you guys, and I'm uncomfortable upping my goal. I feel like a fool. And you guys will probably feel like a fool too, saying I want to make $500,000 this year, but I'm telling you, this stuff is possible. You have to feel foolish in order to get foolish amount of money. You have to do things that make you super uncomfortable, which if that's speaking into your head what is capable and what is possible in this business, I'm telling you, you guys, you can do it. So don't tell yourself that you're not worthy of it. Don't tell yourself that you're not capable. You might not be the person today that you want to be $1 million earner, but I'm telling you, if you start in your head telling yourself what you guys are capable of doing and what you want out of this year, the more and more you speak it, the more you feed those thoughts, those are going to manifest and start showing in your actual life. So you have to really, really focus on this stuff. It's something that you guys have to continuously plug yourself into. And personal development is such a big deal, you guys. If every single year I've had those key books that have really transformed me, which has in turn transformed my business. The first couple of years I really, really focused on Darren Hardy. He has an amazing book, and I can't even remember what it's called right now. If somebody remembers what that book is called, throw it in here. I cannot remember. And then there's another book by John Maxwell that I read over and over and over again. In fact, you guys can probably see it right here in my office. Do you guys see those little books up there? Right there, those little teeny tiny books sitting up there. Those are teeny tiny little John Maxwell books. And I bust them out all the time because I can literally knock them out in just 2 days. But the How Successful People Lead. Yeah, that's my favorite book. How Successful People Lead was a really, really big book for me, and I think it was in like 2015 when I first read that book. I read it 3 or 4 times that year because I needed to focus on really taking that book and making it work. You guys might read personal development books. You may fly right through them, and that might not be your problem. Maybe your problem is manifesting it and actually doing the things that the books are telling you to do. Whatever it is, you guys will figure it out. Yes, Compound Effect. Thank you, Wendy. That's exactly the book I was talking about. The Compound Effect is such a good book. So I want you guys to think about this year, 2019. What books are you going to put into your head that's going to help you to raise the bar and create that millionaire mindset? And if you guys really need a good book, I highly recommend that one, Millionaire Mindset by T. Harv Eker. I hope I'm getting the name right. I always second guess myself on that. But it's a really, really good book, you guys. It's going to transform the way you're thinking, which is going to transform the way you act. It's going to transform the way that you live your life and the income that you have that will produce that. So I want you guys to really, really dig into personal development. Really raise the bar for yourself this year. Make yourself better than what you were last year. Do actions more this year. Learn from your mistakes from last year. Be consistent. Do the things that you don't want to do now so you can do the things that you've always dreamed about doing in the future. If I wanted to take a couple of years off of my business right now, I can, and I have money in the bank to where I can do that. You guys need that kind of financial security. I love doing what I do. I never chased the money, although it was always a goal for me. More money I had in my pocket means more lives changed. That means more people had an income. That means more people had their businesses taken care of and their families taken care of. And so that was the big factor for me, was getting to know the people that I was involved in helping change their life and helping them to overcome their belief system, which is a lot of the times people don't believe that money will happen for them because they've been raised that way. Because more than likely, they're a part of the 90%, 98% of the population out there that was told that money doesn't happen for people like us. And if that's you, get it out of your head. I was raised that a little bit differently. My dad was a contractor, he was self-employed, and he could go out and get really big jobs and we would be okay for the whole year just with 2 jobs. And some years we had no money, but that was just the ups and downs. But I knew that big money was out there if you guys just implemented what you knew and used your skill sets and just went after it. So I've always had like a dream bigger kind of thought process in my head. And it, like this can happen for you guys too, as long as you start putting in those thought processes in your head that you guys are capable of doing more. So yes, set the bar higher. That's all I can say. Set the bar higher and tell yourself that you guys are going to be $1 million club earners, okay? I don't want you guys on my team page if you don't want to go for something that's going to make you a better person. I don't want you guys in the business if you don't feel like this is the business that's going to make you love your life more. I want people in this page, I want people in this business who really, really want to impact their own life and other people's lives as well. And I promise if you guys start just giving your time to your people, the ones who just signed up, they're brand new, they don't know what they're doing, they're confused, they're lost. But if you can get them their first paycheck in their first couple of weeks, if you guys can get them their first rank, show them how successful they can be by just doing little tiny steps, this can create millionaires. And you guys are starting with someone who's brand new, just looking to make a couple $100, because that's where I was. I just wanted to make $600, you guys. And I didn't even think I would stick around in this business. I really didn't. I thought I would make a little bit of money and I would go and invest it somewhere else. That's my mindset whenever I started this business. But things happen. I got involved with the people who started getting involved in my business, and I started instilling those dreams in them that Luis and Ray and Stuart were instilling in me. And in return, it created $1 million earner in our family, and it created $1 million earners in our organization. So I'm telling you guys right now, everything starts with your mindset. You got to be thinking, I have a millionaire mindset. I have strategic planning that's going to get me there. And when I say strategic planning, you guys, I will give you the biggest hint right now. If your business is not so simple that you can't just whip off how to do this business, just real off the top of your head, then it's probably not working out for you. This business needs to be super duplicatable, super simple, and really easy for a brand new market partner to be able to pick up. You want to be investing in these people who have no clue what they're doing, and you want to be able to make it easy enough for them to where they're not going to feel confused, because a confused mind says no. Your business will slow down if you confuse things. So stick with your 7 steps of onboarding. Know their why, their time, and their income. Know their contact list and help them with their contact list. Help them to reach out to these people. Know which events are coming up in their areas and which events are coming up on social media, and get them plugged in. They gotta recharge, and these events are exactly what it's gonna take to get them there. And then also your Smart Start and MMP. Who's in Smart Start in your organization? Who can you help to accumulate amazing bonuses? Who is going for MMP this month? Go through your back office, look for those baby legs, look for those baby MMPs, because if you guys start at the very bottom, that's your kindling, and that's how you start a massive fire. That's how you can burn down an entire forest, okay, is kindling. Just one little spark can really light up a lot of people. And I'm telling you guys, if you invest in them with your time, it will return back to you. It will return in the way that it makes you feel and the way that your income is going to show. So I encourage you guys right now to start telling yourself that you are worth it, that you guys are going to do it. Set the bar really high for 2019. This year is only going to make it out to be whatever you want it to be. And you guys have to claim it. You guys have to take control over this, and it all starts with your mind. And don't mind my poor border. Do you guys see that? That's really distracting to me. They installed a new door on my door, and it doesn't match my trim. It's not even painted. Sorry. It's really distracting. But you know what, guys? I hope that you don't recognize your life whenever we start 2020. I hope you guys don't recognize your bank account. I hope that you guys don't recognize the way that your kids treat you. The first couple of years of my business, I was really run down. I was really struggling. I didn't really have like simplicity in my business, and I was not very organized. And I let that reflect on Annie, and Annie decided that she didn't even want to make money whenever she got older. She was like, I just want to work. I don't want to volunteer my whole life. She didn't care about money because she saw that it was kind of wearing on me. So I want to give you guys a little bit of advice with that. Treat your business and treat the way that you are working your business with gratitude. If you are showing your children that you love what you do and that you are doing things that make you happy, your children are going to want to do the same types of things that you do, which we want that for our kids. We want to instill bigger dreams, and we want to instill the possibilities that they can do the things in the future. And so if you're always complaining about your business, if you're always talking bad about something in your business, or if you're speaking negativity over your own business, that stuff's not only going to reflect in your business, but it's going to reflect in the kids and the other adults in your life that are around you. So you have to have this millionaire mindset that you can go out there and earn $1 million without killing yourself. You have to actually believe it, because you will live it and you will prove it if you start thinking about it. So go out there and do your best. I'm not saying 110% because that's impossible. 100% is full throttle, right? It's everything you got. But I want you guys to go out there and do your absolute best. That doesn't mean someone else's best. You guys can't compare yourselves with someone else. You guys can't compare yourself with someone else who's in the top PV recruiting, someone who's in the top market partner recruiting. You guys cannot compare yourself with somebody else that's in this business, or maybe a $5 million earner, $2 million earner, a $1 million earner. You guys have to compare yourself, with how you were last year, with how you were last month, how you conducted your business. Try to be better every single month, and I promise you guys will see some amazing results if you just push yourself to do better. So anyway, that's all I have for the day. I have a Zoom call I got to get on here in a little bit, so I need to go eat something before I do that. And yeah, that's it. I just want to encourage you guys to really dig into personal development, because it is the thing that really throttles me in my business. And if it wasn't for personal development, I know for a fact I wouldn't even be a $1 million club earner, okay? I know for a fact. So if you guys haven't been really digging into personal development and doing the things that it's talking about in the books, you can read books all day, but if you don't actually implement the action steps that it's telling you, you might as well not read the books. It's not worth it. Everything that you read, don't overwhelm yourself. Do your best. Just focus on you. Don't focus on someone else. Do not focus on this person. Do not focus on that person. You focus on yourself, your own team. That's what you can control. That's what you can be in charge of, is the way that you lead. And I promise, if you guys are leading your business with intention, the rest of your team will follow you. They will do the things that you do as long as you show them what you're doing. And that's what true leadership is. Being vulnerable, showing people that you're not perfect in this business, but you're figuring it out and you're willing to share your mistakes with the rest of your team. Go ahead and start doing that now. If you guys don't have a team chat, a group chat, or a team page with your little babies, I suggest you get that going right now. So that way you can start talking to them and telling them, hey guys, I did sampling today. I tried it this way and it worked out pretty well. Try this pickup line. Whatever works. You guys just be vulnerable. Be honest with your team. You guys are trying to do this just like they are. You guys should be treating your business like you're a brand new market partner too. Because if you don't, if you feel all high and mighty because you're an MMB and up or something, you guys will never recruit a brand new market partner. You'll never be able to be on that level with them. So make sure that you guys just be real and remember what it's like to be brand new. People are struggling. Mentally, they're telling themselves that they can never do this. You have to help them overcome those mental thoughts and their obligations, okay? You guys can help every single person on your team to be successful, and they have to be willing to help themselves too. So meet them halfway and do the things that you know to do, which are those simple action steps. Onboarding a new market partner, making sure they're plugged into the events coming up, and hold them accountable for the things that they want. If they say that they can work this part-time, that means working it part-time. That doesn't mean working it 1 hour every week. This means part-time. Part-time is 20 hours a week, y'all. 40 hours a week is full-time. You guys don't need to be doing any more than that unless you really, really have huge goals and you got a lot of time. I don't blame you guys for working this 20 hours a day and sleeping for 4 hours. That happens. And you know what? I wouldn't be a 5 MDC earner if we wouldn't have had days like that. But I never, ever unplugged for more than a full 24 hours. I never unplugged for more than, a full entire day. I always made sure that I was plugged and checking on my people because I have to stay plugged in, you guys. You guys have to put the hours in order to accumulate that paycheck. It's going to take hours. And think about this too. You've got your hours logged in. How much hours does your team really have logged in on income producing activities? The more hours you log, the more paycheck you guys will have. So just make sure that your team knows the simple gestures of what to do. Make some posts, make a live video, go talk about your amazing hair products. Today I used the new product called the Micellar shampoo, which I don't even know how to sell it or say it, but I love it. I love the shampoo, and I use the taffy before I blow dried, so I love that kind of stuff. But try out new products and just talk about them. Talk about them when you're out and about. Take samples with you everywhere. Just go out there and share this product. An open mouth is an open business. You guys hear me say that all the time. But I want you guys to just remember, today's Monday. It's the very first Monday of 2019. This is the first Monday of your year. Think about it. This could be the best year of your life. And it should be the best year of your life. As long as you mentally tell yourself it's going to be. So start with your mind, because that's where everything starts. That's before your habits come into play. That's before the results are going to show. It all starts up here. Check yourself and catch yourself every time a negative thought leaves your mind. If you're feeding on a negative thought, guess what? It's going to grow. If you're feeding on how my paycheck's not growing, it's going to grow. That problem will grow. It will get worse. If you guys are thinking about how I can't recruit anybody, that problem will grow. It will get worse. If you guys are thinking, I can do this, then you can do it. I'm telling you, if you tell yourself you can do this, then you can do it. So start telling yourself that you guys are MDC earners. Because my whole entire goal for 2019 is to see MDC earners pop off. And the reason why is because I see what it does for those families who've done it. I see what it's done for the people who've made 6 figures a year. I see the financial stability, and I see some people being able to bring their husbands home from a gruesome long job that they don't want to do anymore. It's been 1 year since Josh has retired, and a lot of people have asked us like how he likes it. Does he get bored? Josh was just listening to an old voice message yesterday that one of his bosses left him from a year ago, and like he was just like, man, it feels like yesterday since I was working. And y'all, we do not miss those days at all. It literally just feels like yesterday since he quit, but it's been an entire year, and our life is so much better. It's everything I ever dreamed and hoped and claimed that it would be, and that's all because I started it up here. I said there would be one day, when Josh didn't have to wake up in the morning and go to work and then come home after I'm in bed. I said that would happen for us one day. And guess what? It's happened. I no longer have to go to sleep in an empty bed. I no longer have to wake up next to someone next to an empty bed. Josh is there in the morning when I wake up. Josh is there during the day if I have to go do a meeting now. He gets to hands-on take care of Annie. He cooks dinner because he loves cooking. He's so obsessed with cooking, he won't even let me in the kitchen half the time. So, yeah, Kyla's husband just quit his job. You guys, I never thought I would see the day because I always saw my friends' lives the way that they were. And you know what? Like, that's my mistake. I have to picture everybody living like they're all millionaires. I'm going to start picturing every single one of my teammates living like a freaking millionaire, because if I start putting that in my head, it's going to happen. So I hope you guys are ready. I want every single one of you guys watching this video right now to go read that book. Go read it. If you have already read it, go read it again. It's 2019. And if you guys want to be millionaires fast, go read that book, because it all starts with your mindset. Dig into that book. Soak it up. Absorb it. It's kind of weird. He tells you to do this a lot and tell yourself stuff like, I have a millionaire mind. I've actually tapped my head a few times during the book, but I'm telling you now, if you instill this stuff into your head, it will show you. It will prove results in a year. You just have to dig in. You just have to tell yourself that you're worthy. You are going to do this kind of stuff. You guys are going to be millionaires, all right? And it doesn't make you a bad person, okay? And you guys might be saying, I don't want to be a millionaire. Well, guess what? Someone else does. If you make $1 million and don't want it, give it to somebody else, because there's people out there who really want it. If you guys don't want $1 million, earn it and give it to me. I'll find a good place for it. I'll bury it in my backyard if I need to for a rainy day. But I'm telling you, money will do amazing things. I just checked up on the girl that we donated money to, the $250,000 up in Enid for her homeless shelters. I haven't even read her messages yet, because when I get involved in that stuff, I get really sucked in. So I haven't even read her messages yet. But I'm going to go down there and read it after I do my Zoom call, because I want to touch base with how things are going on. But you guys, you can change lives. You can change lives with money. There's so many homeless people out there. There's so many veterans who are not getting their service that they should be getting. And you know what? Be the change in the world that you want to see today. I am being the change that I've always wanted to see. I've wanted to build tiny homes for veterans since I could remember, but I actually never thought it would come to fruition until a couple of years ago when I wrote it down in my planner. I said, I want to build tiny homes for homeless veterans. And I said, I also want to help out the homeless. I want to help out women who are struggling, maybe getting back on their feet again, or maybe leaving a horrible relationship. I want to be hands-on, like a part of change, helping to change their lives. And now guess what, guys? I'm able to write checks every single month to make that happen. I'm able to do things for Annie's school that I never thought I was able to do. I'm able to I'm there for my kid. My kid had a volleyball tournament last weekend and it was amazing. I was there. And guess what? My husband was there too. We got to witness sports that my daughter's never done before. And if it was Josh working like he used to work, he wouldn't have been able to be there. He worked on every single weekend. So our lives have changed because I envisioned it changing. I told myself it was going to change, that I was no longer accepting the crap that was dealt to me because I let that crap be dealt to me. We accepted the way things were in our lives. And now we didn't think that anything whatever better would happen for us. Seriously, you guys, things happen to those people who keep thinking about the things that they want to happen. So feed your mind good seeds. Water it good water. Be careful of your thoughts. Do not tell yourself that you're not going to be worthy of this money. Don't tell yourself that this isn't going to happen for you because you're not Julie Stevens. You are not Julie Stevens. You're going to be better than me. You're going to be better than you. You're going to be better than everybody that you're comparing yourself to, because everything that you want, all you have to do is put it in here and feed it every single day. Don't let Satan take your good thoughts away. Even the Bible says, think on good thoughts. And he didn't say that just because he was breathing hot air, you guys. He literally meant that because he has plans for you to prosper you. And you guys are so deserving of God's blessings. All you have to do is decide to accept them. Put these in your head. Start watering these good thoughts. A millionaire mindset is not just about the money. It is about the transformation that's going to happen to you so you can be a helpful transformation in someone else's life. You guys, we're all on this earth together, and one day we're going to be gone, and that's it. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Do you want to help other people who are struggling? Do you want to help people financially? Do you want to help them mentally? Because it all starts in the same exact place. It all starts with your head. So I just encourage you guys today to needed this church. I just want you guys to think about the things that you really, really want. And if you don't know what you want, I encourage you guys to start dreaming bigger again. Start thinking about the things that you wanted as a little kid. And just think about this. Okay, here, this might help. Just think about this. Let's say today you checked your email. And you had a deposit from Monate Global, and it was $250,000. Think about this. It was $250,000. And you look at that email and you're like, oh my gosh, holy cow, that's $250,000. And then you start thinking, what am I going to do with this money? Start thinking about that. And then I want you guys to think about this. What would you do with $250,000 in 1 month? And then what would you guys do if you got it again the following month? Would you save it up for a rainy day? Would you go buy a vacation house? Would you help out your parents? Would you pay off their property? Whatever it is. Start thinking about the things that you would do with $250,000 in your account today and another $250,000 coming next month. I can tell you guys can spend that money pretty quick because it will happen. There's a lot of things out there. But if you guys start thinking mentally about this, then one day you're going to wake up and you're going to have a $250,000 deposit check in your account. I promise. You guys think I'm freaking crazy, and I am crazy. That's because I do crazy things, and that's because I get crazy results, because I think crazy. So I'm telling you guys right now, start thinking crazy. What are you going to do with that money? What would you do with $250,000 in your account right now? And then let's say this. Let's say you already had $500,000 in your account sitting when you got that $250,000. What would you do? What would you do with that money? Where would you go? What would you buy? Who would you give it to? Start thinking about this stuff. And then check this out. It's a car rule, okay? If you guys are building a car, my husband's huge into cars. If you're building a car, they always say, go twice as big because you will regret it halfway through your build. And it is so true in this business. So if you guys are thinking, what would you do with $250,000? Double it. Right now, what would you do with the $500,000 that just got deposited into your account? Double the things that you want. I only set a bar for $5 million in my life, and now I'm regretting it because I should have set it for $10 million. So right now I'm setting it for $10 million, and in a year I will reevaluate. But think about it. Start writing down the things that you would do. Start thinking about it all day. Think about it constantly. And then guess what? It's going to happen to you. So just be positive minded constantly. always, always tell yourself that this is going to happen, and start feeding your mind with those amazing $1 million mindset thoughts, because you guys will be $1 million earners if you start thinking this way. Your habits will start kicking in. Remember, it takes 90 days. So if you read this book today, if you read it tomorrow, if it takes you a month to read it, I don't care. Just read it. Please read some books. I would not be where I am today without these books. I promise. There's no way. Like everything that I have given you guys, I never created it. I picked it up from somebody else. So why do you guys think that you're undeserving if all I'm doing is copycatting, making my way all the way to the $5 million club? All I do is copycat. That's it. That's it. I never recreated anything. I just used my own thoughts when I read something else. And you guys can do this too. Read books. Give it to your team. Give these good thoughts to your team. Start instilling that belief system in people who don't have it yet. Do your best at doing those things. Do your best at sharing your heart with other people and helping them to share their heart with you. Be an open mind and start getting people to dream bigger again about what can happen, because that's the things that I've done that's helped me. And so, yeah. Okay, I'm seeing a question. What book? This is called Millionaire Mindset by T. Harv Eker. I've talked about it a lot in here. I've read it 4 times already, and this is my 5th time reading it. And guys, I wouldn't be on here doing a live video today if I wasn't listening to it all morning. It fired me up that much. I'm going live. I have to share this stuff because it's going to change my year. That's the feeling that I had. When I was reading that book, I was like, this is going to change my year. I am so glad I read this, because I wouldn't have the results this year if I wouldn't have read it. So I'm reading it again for the 5th time so that way I can implement it all over again. And you guys will see my reasoning why if you guys are just now jumping on, but I talked about it earlier, why I am rereading it, and I'm also setting the bar way higher than it used to be. So anyway, yeah, that's it. So today is the first Monday for your 2019. Set the bar for yourself. What are you going for? What are the types of things that you want in 2019? Where do you want to be a year from now when you launch 2020? Start thinking about it, because if you're not thinking about it, life's just going to happen. It's just going to happen. Tomorrow's going to come and go. And if you didn't do anything, then you're not going to get any results. So make sure you guys are logging your hours. Keep track of the things that you're doing, because one day you're going to have a team of 100,000 people, and they're going to say, how did you get to the top? And you're going to be like, I don't know, figure it out. And guess what? I don't have to say that, because the last couple of years I have logged things. I have written notes. Every time I read a book and I hear something amazing, I go do a live video. I share this with you guys because I know the repercussions of me sharing my aha moments. So you guys share your aha moments with your team. Get super fired up. Yeah, I'm fired up too, man. So anyway, I have big, big goals. We've already earned $6 million now. 6! We hit the $6 million club, and I'm going for 10. And it's, you guys, if I don't hit it by September, which is my 5-year anniversary, that's okay. But I'm going to set the bar high anyway, and I'm going to try to go for it, which means I need to average my monthly paycheck out to be anywhere from $300,000 to $500,000 before September. I have really big goals, and it's really stressful. But guess what? I know how to get there. I'm sure someone right now looking at a $20,000 paycheck is probably thinking that seems impossible. Someone who's making, $1,000. But guess what? I think $10 million seems pretty impossible, but I know that if I say it and I mentally tell myself it's going to happen and I claim it and I actually do the action steps, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So I'm telling you guys, write down the things that you want, write down where you want to be in a year, and start implementing the things that you know that helps. And you guys, they're really simple steps. Onboarding new market partners, making sure you're plugging into Super Saturdays, going to trainings, and read personal development, and continuously try to just recruit maybe 1 or 2 people a month, okay? I am not a huge recruiter. I am really good at instilling some good beliefs into people who really want this business, and I'm great at helping people who meet me halfway. I've got so many market partners that don't do this business. They just don't. And I can't do anything for them. All I can do is get on here and do my best and share with those people who really want it and those ones who are really hungry, okay? So feed the ones who are hungry. If people are discontent with Monat and they don't want to be a part of it, you're never going to be able to drag them across the finish line, all right? There's other people out there who want this. Don't waste your time on the people who don't want it for themselves right now, okay? Love them where they're at, okay? But run with the runners, walk with the walkers, never sit with the sitters. If you guys put in 100 hours this week into your business, you will get 100 hours coming back to you in your business in the next 3 months. all right? And that's because your habits will be kicking in, and the rest of your team's habits will be kicking in, and it takes a while to get that momentum going. So if you start now, this is going to work for you. I promise. Putting in the hours really does work. Delon, it is T. Harv Eker, I believe. It's Harv Eker. I know that. Eker. And it's a yellow book. And if you guys have read it before, go read it again. I promise you're going to get something good out of it every single time. So, $25,000 a month. Erica says, Erica, you're going to get it. And then guess what? You're going to make $25,000 a week. Imagine that. $25,000 a week. Whatever you make a month, you can make a week. So whatever you guys are making a month right now, you can make in a week. Just up the bar. Just do it. You guys can log in those hours and show that you guys are actually doing it. I'm going to go through these comments to make sure. Yeah, Lindsay, I will post a picture of the actual book. I've got it in Audible. I don't even own a personal copy. I just have it in Audible so I can listen to it while I run on the treadmill and whenever I'm in the shower. Because I have the iPhone 10 and it's kind of waterproof apparently. I can put it in the corner of my shower and it doesn't get too wet. All right, I think that's the only questions. Audrey says she's going to pay off her house if she was making $250,000 a month. Audrey, you're going to be able to pay off your house. Trust me. Or Audrey, let's say this. Let's say your house was already paid off because you already paid it off with your last check. What would you do with $250,000 then? What would you do with it if your house was already paid off? You guys got to think about this stuff. Oh, good, Christy, you changed your 2019 goals. You're welcome. Erica, I'm glad you needed to hear it. Hope it helps. All right, guys, I'm going to get off of here. Rhonda, let's chat. Let's get together and chat. We'll help you, girl. All right, you guys, I am going to jet and go eat. And then guess what? The rest of the day, I'm going to kill it. So what are you guys going to do today that's going to help your business? Plug in. Do the things that you know that works. And have a millionaire mindset. That is the biggest tip and goal, tip and advice that I could ever give you guys is to have a millionaire mindset. You guys got to be thinking like a millionaire, like you guys are going to earn millions. That way it will show up in your life, all right? I promise it works. Victoria, let's chat. Let's do it. Okay. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off of here. I love your comments. Please keep adding the things that you would do with this kind of money. I want to see them. I want to read them when I'm laying in bed. I love to go through comments and just see what's going on with people, and it just fills my cup so much, and I know it helps other people too. So I don't just want you guys to comment for my well-being. I want you guys to comment for everyone's well-being and also yours because you're claiming it. So comment below on the things that you would do if you had a $250,000 deposited into your account this morning whenever you woke up. What would you be thinking? Where would you be going? What would you be doing? Just write it down. Just start putting things down because you guys are going to be accomplishing these goals. I would not be in this business working it today if I didn't truly believe that. And that's why I love what I do, because I know I am helping people to obtain financial freedom. I'm helping people to live a better life. And I'm helping them to fulfill their lives, even if it's not with the money. Maybe it's just with personal contentment that they have succeeded in their life for maybe the first time. That's what I'm here for. I want to help you guys because I know that me feeling successful is one of the greatest feelings I've ever accomplished. If you guys want to see right now, this is my biggest accomplishment. You guys want to get really, really inspired and excited about something? This right here is what I have my phone propped up on when I do my live videos. And it just reminds me, like, I never thought that this would be possible, until Ray, Luis, and Stuart started telling me it was. So you guys have to start telling your team that. But yeah, this can be for you guys. And this is my little message that they gave me. Imagine if you guys got $5 million. Just imagine. But how cool is that? Anyway, yeah. So can you guys imagine getting one of those? A $5 million pin and a cool box? You guys should be writing it down in your passion planner that you guys will be getting a box. All right, I'm done. I've talked a lot. So you guys have an amazing Monday, an amazing 2019, and give it your all. Give it your all this January, man. Your January will set the bar for your entire year. So don't let it pass you by. Take every single day like it's the best day ever and give it your all. I promise you guys will see the repercussions in your paychecks and in your business and in yourself if you just do the action steps. You may feel like they're really small and insignificant and they're not going to make a big difference, but it's 100 people doing small things that makes the big difference, not you doing 100 things. Okay? Does that make sense? Duplication. All right. We'll talk to you guys later. Have an amazing day. Bye. Happy Monday.